Hell yeah. Thanks for coming out, everybody. Thanks for playing. Bands were fucking unreal. Shit. We gotta like wrap this up really quick though, don't we? Because it's approaching.
20 minutes, we got 20 minutes. So.
Okay, cool, sweet. So we're Closet Burner, and we recently started playing shows again after a little hiatus. Yeah. Rest. These two were too busy with their other band. Queer shit, and when I started, I started this band. I had the idea for this band because I felt like the scenes that I had been loosely involved in whenever I was coming up and getting exposed to punk were not very queer friendly, and nobody was like speaking to my experiences at all. So I sought out to start a band that I felt like I could do that with people that I felt like I could do that with, and I don't know, it's just been a really affirming experience for me. So some of these songs are really personal to my experience. Some of them maybe not exactly my experience, but more talking about a lot of the misrepresentations, misunderstanding, just lack of knowing that it seems like our heteronormative culture kind of sets up so that people don't really realize that that queer issues go beyond shit like gay marriage, and they go beyond shit like, you know, equal employment opportunities, and there's like, I don't know, there's just so many stories that haven't been told. They're not told by mainstream media, and I just like encourage people, the next time you see like a Facebook article about some, like you're on Facebook and you see someone post an article about some like queer shit or some like trans woman of color just got fucking murdered again, you should probably read it. You should probably just take like that 2 minutes out of your day to at least like skim through it and get an idea of what's really going on. This song speaks to, you know, my experience about the assumption of heterosexuality in all people. The song's called Think Again. That was a new jam. This is an older jam. It's called Power of Hypocrisy, and it's just about how abuse in with friends and relationships and your family, it's not just exclusive to like the heterosexual experience of that. Really, it's actually known that domestic violence and sexual assault happen at the same rates, if not more, in queer people and in trans people than in heterosexual and cisgender people. religious freedom. Called the Beast. This is super new, but I felt inspired by a conversation that I was having with a friend, with Natalie, particularly about how I liked what Ralph said about how like you shouldn't be afraid to, or we hope that you're not afraid to like. If you're trying to create like a positive, affirming scene to like you don't have to put up with people's bullshit, you don't have to put up with like offensive things you hear and just like oppressive behavior. And like, I like get that, that's like real. At the same time, I've ran into so much elitism in scenes that are like that, where I don't know the right person, I don't know like, the right like fucking buzzwords to be using to be like to actually be welcomed as like a queer person in like a queer what's supposed to be a really like queer positive scene. So it's just like something like I guess this song was in response to that. The words I wrote to it was just like a frustration with that. Like if you hell yeah, like don't put up with oppressive behavior. Also understand that people, like, if you want to be someone who's, you know, empathetic, like, also realize it doesn't mean you're an apologist to fucking, like, actually accept the fact that people come from different positionalities and, like, some people don't have the same privilege that you have to have, like, grown up in punk since you're, like, 14 years old. And be like exposed to anti-sexism and like anti-racism and shit like that, or like to be studying gender studies in college or something. It's like that's real shit that I think people need to really keep in mind. So that's what this song's about. Yeah, this is a track about how people in power and groups in power. I don't know how, as a society, we've accepted the fact that like these groups make decisions on things that affect directly and indirectly affect the lives of like queer and trans people. When the huge majority, like the unreal majority of those people are not queer, are not trans themselves, and come from very, very privileged backgrounds. So that's what this track's about.
It's really awesome that Galesburg has been awesome, and that I've had friends come and play here, friends from Peoria, friends from Chicago, friends from all over that come and play in this town. So it's really cool to be playing here with a band that's never played here, that's played very rarely. And so yeah, so donate and like keep things going. Like tell your friends that's cool to come to shows. You don't have to be part of some fucking clique to come to a show. Like we're welcome here. It's okay if you don't know about punk and you come here. No one's gonna judge you because you're wearing the wrong shoes. Woo! I really like shoes. So I might judge you if you're wearing the right shoes. I really like shoes. So yeah, so I think that's just really important. And these guys have worked really hard to make a place that's welcoming to both the college and the Galesburg community, although I don't know how many Galesburg community people are in the city right now. There's a handful at least. This is not just about kids that are at Knox. It's just a really good place with a lot of people that are between the ages of 18 and 23. So that turns out that's a lot over the punk squad. So it's not about doing something, about caring. So if you care, just fucking do it. Write the scene, do something stupid. If you care, do it.
to the Clark Burners.
Everybody give Scott, Kathy, and Hadley a hug because they're all moving back home. Well, home? They're moving back somewhere
else.
They're moving somewhere else. Oops, I assumed all Knox students just
Scott's
moved home.
leaving too.
I said Scott.
I
said Scott, Hadley, and Hadley.
His name is so short.
It's so short, just one syllable. So yeah, everybody's moving on to other things, and you should give them a hug and, you know, tell them goodbye for the rest of Galesburg.
Don't make us.
If you got a few bucks,
you can
get
always
something
come
from the bug. Yeah. We've been driving all around.
Sure.
It's us like chilling.
I'll give them